If there's one thing you should take away from this video, it's that I'm very dumb. Also, it's sponsored by Surfshark. Anyway, here's a big list of things I used to think were true about Pokemon, and then it turned out the franchise had greatly deceived me. A prime example being, of course, Pikachu's tail. That's right, the electric tail of Pikachu caused a lot more controversy for me than anticipated, because, despite the powers above best efforts to fool us, there has never been a black tip on the end of Pikachu's tail, and I'm convinced that there was at some point. It's not just me either. I know a few of you in the audience just broke out in a cold sweat, but don't worry, I'm here to explain. But first though, I have to explain the sponsor of this video, Surfshark VPN. Just as Pokemon evolve, so too should your internet safety. Surfshark facilitates this by encrypting your data and masking your IP address, making sure it's not linked to your identity as you browse online. This is especially important when using potentially dangerous public Wi-Fi networks. You don't want that random hacker in a coffee shop knowing that you're a Pokemon fan, do you? Not only that, but you can also enjoy secure access to streaming services in 100 countries, sneakily bypassing region-locked content. For example, currently in the UK, the new Pokemon Horizons is unavailable on Netflix, but all I have to do is click once and now I'm in the United States, where Fuecoco is allowed. Go to surfshark.com/Hmaz or use code Hmaz to get a 2-year plan that includes 4+ extra months for free and a huge discount of up to 87% off. With a 30-day money-back guarantee, why not try it out for yourself using the first link in the description, or by scanning the QR code in the top right. And thank you to Surfshark for sponsoring this video. Moving back from Shark Tail to Pikachu Tail, what's so interesting about this specific case is how widely believed it is. Countless amounts of fan art depict Pikachu in this way, even though it's completely incorrect. I suppose there are worse ways to depict Pikachu though. It's not just the fans who are getting confused either. Plenty of bootleg merchandise is built unknowingly in support of the Black Tail movement. See? I told you I wasn't crazy. Whoever made these just wanted to make some quick cash, but accidentally waded into one of humanity's biggest mysteries. In fact, this Tails drama has gotten so big that it's been linked to the Mandela effect, a type of false memory that occurs when people believe something that just didn't happen, and it's meant to be proof of like alternate timelines or something.
I know at one point when I was a kid I had that idea because I routinely drew Pikachu with a black tip. I don't know where it came from though. Mandela effect in full force.
This guy's Reddit account got deleted. Were they shut down by the FBI? Has science gone too far? Next, you'll be telling me Pikachu doesn't exist in real life. Now, there is no concrete explanation as to why people have this misconception, but luckily, scientists over at Hmaz Industries have managed to nail down a couple of hypotheses. Number 1, the tips of Pikachu's ears are black. Because the end of Pikachu's tail and ears have similar shape, you could very easily muddle up the two. Number 2, Pichu. Unlike their adolescent evolution, Pichu sports a completely black tail, so it's not a far stretch to say some people assumed it partially carried over. Number 3, people have bigger things to worry about. With the cost of living crisis, the planet dying, and Elon Musk still being in charge of Twitter, people have bigger fish to fry. They shouldn't be expected to know every single detail of this children's video game. That's my job. Yet I'm still not sure what to think. And the final and most compelling reason, cosplay Pikachu, because this thing had a tail with black on the end. That bonnet has no idea how much misinformation it spread. But then how do we explain the sightings of Black-tailed Pikachu before 2014? Aliens. We'll go with aliens. Names are a powerful tool. It's why you're forced to nickname your Pokemon during a Nuzlocke run. Here's this rock I have. This rock is now called Jeff. Feels more special now, doesn't it? But with great power comes great responsibility. So I am very disappointed that Game Freak has clearly shuffled some names around on purpose to annoy me. Let me know if you're alone on this one, but Ninetales never used to be spelt like this. It was always Nine Tails, because you know, it has 9 tails. I thought it was basic human logic. Quillfish? Nuh-uh. Get that dub out of here, because all I remember was it being Quillfish. You know, like the book and quills from Harry Potter. And if you put a gun to my head and asked me how many T's were in Rattata's name, I genuinely would just tell you to pull the trigger, because I swear it changes day by day. Does it have 2 T's? 3 T's? 4 T's? I think several people misremember this rodent's name though, purely because Raticate is a complete troll and consumes one of the T's from the front of their name when they evolve. But by far the worst offender when it comes to misremembered names is Onyx. I swear, when 4-year-old me got to Rourke in Pokemon Diamond for the first time, this thing had a Y between the N and X, not an I. And unlike the other Pokemon on this list, I have crucial evidence backing up my claim. Exhibit A, Reddit user Sweet Impatient agrees with me, and we all know that Reddit is a bastion of normal, sane people. Exhibit B, the Pokemon anime's quiz break, Pokemon Trainer's Choice, believes in me too. As this footage is from 2004, could this also be a lost relic of the Mandela effect? Just ignore the fact that this quiz has an error in it almost every edition, including the misspelling of Flaffy 3 different times, and this.
Trainers, which one of these Pokemon evolves into Seviper? Okay, trainers, if you chose Arbok, you were right. Chalk!
No wonder I keep believing misinformation, when the guys I'm supposed to trust keep spreading it. You really can't trust anyone these days. Speaking of spread, did anyone else not remember Hitmonlee having arms? Maybe because they blend into his body like the drumsticks on a roast chicken, and you're more focused on his lusciously long legs, but still. I thought if this man missed a high jump kick, the only way he was getting up was by bouncing like Spring Mario. I guess I should have known from his deceptive learn set. Actually, while we're on the topic, did you guys know that Hitmonlee learns 7 punching moves and 8 kicking moves? Fraud watch alert, he's about as much of an expert at kicking as I am at consistently uploading long videos. Again, this might have been just me, but I was stunned at the revelation that Slowbro did not evolve into Slowking. While I acknowledge that this may seem weird for the unks that played Generation 1 and 2 on release, logically, it makes complete sense to child me that the bro would step up to become a king, with the crown symbolizing the final evolution form. Furthermore, Johto was handing out these cross-generation final evolutions, like how Geeta hands out free wins. It's not my fault that Slowking was the exception. Speaking of which, every other Pokemon with King in their name was a final evolution. Nidoking, Kingler, Kingdra, King Gambit. King Gambit wasn't around when I was a child, but you get the point. King should equal final form. But alas, over the years, I have come to terms with the circumstances around me, and learned that I must control what is within my power, which is exactly why I will now plug to you that you can sign up to Surfshark VPN. And also, I would like to thank my channel members for making these videos possible, and I'll see you in the next one.